Last week, Clemson did the same, going on the road and winning at Auburn 19-13 into the end zone, and that's where it'll stay. Of total offense, Brandon Silvers, number 12 at the controls. They'll go to the ground and go up the middle, and that's Jordan Chun. Reception in the win against Auburn last week by Ben Boulware, the senior from Anderson, South Carolina. This is going to be Emmanuel Thompson, and there is defense. It is 3rd and 1. They'll try to go up the middle. Second effort from Chun. Troy going on 4th and 1.
57 offense, simulating a snap, 5-yard penalty.
Okay, just did get it away. McLeod's going to let it bounce. It's going to roll close to the 10 and be down near the 11.
Some stuff up this week.
399 yards of total offense in the win at Auburn. And Troy is able.
Yards rushing a year ago, 9 100-yard games. Outstanding player.
Gallman with 123 yards rushing last week against Auburn. That pass is complete up near the 19. Jordan Leggett is number 6. Previous play to set up 3rd and 2. From their own 18. Watson escaping the pocket. Wants to get that first down himself.
Holding 75 offense, 10-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Turn guy as well.
So the holding penalty went against the Tigers. Watson from near his own goal line wants to go deep, but it is too far for the intended receiver. Ruckert is the deep man. Ruckert at about his 44-yard line, waiting for the punt from Teasdall. Comes up to meet it at the Clemson 47 after of this facility, the home opener. Dabo Swinney has never lost a home opener. As the head coach, he is 7-0 for the Clemson Tigers. 1st and 10 for Troy and Silvers. His pass complete, and inside the 35-yard line as Thompson made the catch, but a flag did come out. 16 yards on the play. Again, there is a penalty marker.
I don't know how this ball got through Tankersley's hands.
Holding defense, number 25. That penalty is declined. Go through the play, 1st down.
Troy Trojans going up against Dabo Swinney, who took his program all the way to the national championship game a season ago. 2nd year as the head coach for Neil Brown, who faced NC State, the only other ACC opponent he has coached against to start last year, and lost to the Wolfpack. Silvers complete. That's Douglas on the catch.
Trying to provide pressure against Silvers.
Short 2nd down play to the end zone.
Only one.
Just 35% on 3rd down a season ago for the Trojans. 3rd and 1. Incomplete. Potentially for Ryan Kay, the senior.
His fall of his junior year, it's amazing what they do off the field as well.
And that kickoff by Bratchers
played near the type of football they're supposed to play.
Deshaun Watson of the Tigers will put it in play from their own 35. And there goes Watson. Up the middle. Dancing outside. Up close to midfield for Deshaun.
80% of the teams in the country.
It's time to hand it off to Gallman.
Now Gallman now way up here. His versatility is what also lends this offense to be as diverse in their attack.
Watson has to improvise. Just going to throw that one into the Clemson way. So far this season, just 35% on 3rd down for the Tigers.
Yeah, 47% last year in that team that went to the national title game.
45-40 against Alabama in that championship game. Watson stands and delivers.
That they have pretty good timing.
18 yards on that play. They sling it to the sideline.
Quickest guy that Clemson has.
Watson complete. Scott to the 15 and finally
David Scott is a punt returner by trade, and he looked like one there.
Deshaun Watson, throwing for 248 yards last week. Forced their way towards the end zone, trailing 3-0 in the first. Just 3rd and 5 to the end zone. Who was 2 for 2 last week against Auburn from 26 yards away to even it up. Yards away, he's now 3 for 3 on field goal attempts in the season. Fry and Douglas await this kickoff. It's going to be Fry. Watch it sail over his head. Finding for almost 50 tackles for loss and almost 25 sacks. Chun.
Players 56 up front. He's just a junior.
From Honolulu, Hawaii, part of this defensive unit for the Tigers. As we go inside of 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Silvers at quarterback. Quick release. Not much there. On the run, Flakes up the sideline near mid.
And make that kind of run. So excellent job by Troy stretching this defense sideline to sideline.
Offside. Defense number 45 with contact.
Chun
for this run game.
Josh Anderson runs it. Big 3rd and 1. Snap is high to Chun. And he's going to lose yardage on the play. Low kick from Kay. Bouncing close to the 20 and now inside it. And right at the 18 on numbers for Watson as they go on 1st and 10. It's going to be Choi.
Outstanding player that they feel like is a key backup to Blaine Gallman.
Watson back to his left. And again,
Richard has told Adam a lot about those two things, which is why he's such a natural runner.
On 3rd down, Watson has the time. There's the pass and the catch. Up near the 45. It is incomplete. And Roundtree, who made the play defensively, as Teasdall hits one off to the right. And that's going to bounce out of bounds near midfield. So again, the Trojans will have excellent field position.
The other side of the vision.
Silvers gets rid of it. Complete inside the 20. And a slight delay. The play never developed. 2nd and 12 for Troy. Silvers.
Be careful with the ball. Clemson will be trying to heat you up the pass rush, and we're going to get a timeout. Clemson trying to come after him with a 4-man pass rush potentially. He's got to take care of the ball.
Silvers 6 of 9 for 76 yards here on 3rd down. This play's going nowhere. It's a pile lead. 44-yard field goal attempt from Ryan Kay, who's already made one. It's a bad snap, and the Trojans can only cover at the 35.
Here's Williams at the top.
Watson pursued and dropped at the 27.
Trophy candidate on the ground.
And that will be the last play of the first quarter.
In FBS football.
Scott on the edge. Muscles his way up.
Absolutely.
3rd and 8. Watson flushed out of that pocket again. Look at the pursuit.
There are multiple fouls on the play. Illegal substitution on the defense. Holding on the offense. Those penalties are all set.
The junior from Gainesville, Georgia, working out of that shotgun for the Tigers. The release intercepted at midfield. Picked off and down the sidelines for Troy. 25-yard return off of the interception from Roundtree, his first of the season. So from the 26 for Troy, and Brandon Silvers remains in the game.
Man coverage across the board for Clemson. You can see them all up tight.
Deflected at the line and intercepted. Of the game so far for the Tigers on their own 37. It's going to be Scott trying to swing it around the edge. Dodges a couple of Trojans. The ball was on the...
Comes in 80-yard pass to Stephen Lewis, and that is a house call. In honor of Randy Moss's son being in NC State, we're going to call that a Randy.
In our Charlotte studios. After the run by Gallman, he gets it back on the pass. First down play, he goes out of...
Line up quickly, stretching sideline to sideline, and they look very comfortable here in the first quarter plus.
Second down play. 5 to 2008 under our good buddy, Tommy Bowden.
Well, he talked reverently about Tommy Bowden, did he not?
Very kind words to say, and I have to agree. Although I had to spend 3 years with him in the studio, so I got to know him pretty well. This one deflected. Watson's numbers so far, Dave, 7 of 15 through the air and 63 yards as the Tigers punt this one. It's going to bounce at the 1 and go into the end. Now the coaching staff told us they would go to the backup quarterbacks. Sure enough, here's Caleb Barker in the second quarter. Right up the middle. It appears to be. So Barker, who had a touchdown run of 50 yards in the opening game of the season. Now Sawyer Smith has come in at quarterback number 3 as he handed. Number 3 is in at quarterback. 47-yard TD pass in the game against Austin Peay. He has his
changes with these two guys in the game. With Silvers in the game, they're a spread team that throws the ball all over a yard. With these two guys, it's more of a spread option team, zone read.
And there's an interception right there at turnovers, most recently, 1st and 10. Quick trigger, wide open. McLeod dusts a man at the 40 and bounces.
Jalen Harris, the corner.
20 yards on that play after that collision on the edge. And now the flip to Fuller. The Tigers have won 38 straight games against unranked opponents. As Watson fires, it is deflected by the North Carolina Education Lottery, celebrating their 10th anniversary and over $4 billion raised for education. Watson has all day. Toward the end zone. Diving grab. It is a touchdown. The play is being reviewed.
Against Auburn, and it looks like maybe he is going to be the guy that maybe get this Clemson team started today.
After further review, the play on the field stands as called. Touchdown.
Clemson career, just a sophomore from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Yeah, walked on in 2014, and if you see the...
Fry and Douglas are deep. This is Fry. 5 yards. First since 2000 between those two programs. Anderson hits a roadblock. He'll lose. 2nd and 11. He used to watch the station I worked for. But
he got your autograph.
He had not been born when I was working there. So here's 3rd down. Over the middle and complete, short of 4th and 1. Chun, the running back, to the right of the quarterback, Brandon Silvers.
Maybe try to pull Clemson off.
Play clock down to 7.
Going to try to pull them off. This is all a ploy to try to pull Clemson offside. They're not going to be able to do it.
So now Troy has come out on 4th and 1. Looks like they're going to try to go for it again.
Play clock had gotten low. I think they're going to have to reset the play clock. I think that's the level they played so far.
Looks like the Trojans are going to go for it on 4th and 1. Before the timeout, they tried to draw the Tigers offside and let that play clock get way down. Now it's going inside of 10. Here's the play. They're going to have it and more in the Clemson territory. Down the sideline, and it's Jabir Fry. And Fry goes to the end zone. On 4th and 1, a flag came out after the play at the 1-yard line. Our referee.
After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting, number 5 on Troy. That penalty will be carried over to the kickoff.
For Clemson, and Fry shows it in the end zone.
66 yards. 1947 when they won at Florida State, 36-6. This kickoff's going out of bounds also.
team in the country. We're only going to get this opportunity once. Let's go after it.
Watson. Scott got away from a tackler at the 45 and up towards midfield.
To the wide side of the field.
Watson's pass complete at the 40.
He goes up with the corners now. Want to take away that throw.
Watson to the air again. He's going deep to the end zone. It is incomplete.
That elevated, knocked that ball out.
Melvin Tyus was also back there, day number 12. This will be Fuller. Scott, the leading receiver, with 4 catches for 47 yards. This time, Watson
in the run game.
Watson makes the cut, trying to battle for that marker. He didn't see football presented by Mellow Mushroom. That pass behind the receiver. Silvers to Chun. He's got a first down. He's up near the 45-yard line.
I mentioned he was hurt a year ago in their first game, back off of a knee injury, and well, he's looked good in the first 6 quarters of football.
Only had 7 carries a season ago. This the pass to the
False start. 67 on the offense.
Front 4 loose to get after the passer.
Silver's pass is intercepted. Dorian O'Daniel near the 40-yard line. Choice is in there as the running back. Watson steps up. McLeod down to the 20.
That right flat, no one there, and a good read by Watson.
3rd catch by McLeod. That went for 20 yards. Watson to the 5-yard line. Auburn.
The ruling on the field was that the player went out of bounds and came back in with the person who touched the ball. It is an incomplete pass.
Just field awareness by Mike Williams stepping out of bounds. Really was not forced out defensively.
2nd and 10 from the 20. That one deflected.
No use of the hands by Hyatt, so Nankande elevates and bats the ball away.
Just 2 of 8 on 3rd down for the Tigers. Over the middle, short of the mark. Try to give Clemson the lead late in the half. And he's got it, the Tiger. Fry and Douglas await the kickoff. This is Fry, 3 yards deep.
Rock, the Terminator, touchdown rushing and receiving a week ago.
The Ram Power Play brought to you by Ram Trucks, Guts, Glory, and now Barker. Barker wants to run. Net head. This is 3rd and 5. Troy's just 1 of 6 in the first half in this 3rd down situation. Silvers hit as he released the waiting at his 29, and now he creeps up to the 30. McLeod fields it. 40. Room for McLeod. Down the center of the field and into the end zone. The shoe came off, but McLeod and the ball ended up in the end zone.
Yeah. Does he still have it in his hands as he crosses the goal line? Woo.
After review, it was determined that the player fumbled the ball prior to reaching the goal line. The defense recovered the ball in the end zone. The ruling is touchback, 1st down Troy.
McLeod take the points off the board, give Troy the football, 13-10 Clemson. Douglas.
Careful with the football deep in their own end.
3 interceptions for that Tiger defense. Silvers. 1st down and more up to the 11 yards on the catch by Salim. Silvers over the middle. He's got a man wide open.
Excellent throw by Silvers.
Trojans moving that football down the field, and Silvers again. With 29 seconds to go. 2nd and 10.
Anxious to get the ball in his hands. They're trying to set up a field goal here.
Here's Ryan Kay. It is no good for Kay. Let's run out those 2 seconds and go to the locker room. Who expected this, Dave Archer? 13-10 as the teams go to the locker room. Out. The return men, Underwood puts it in play for the second half. Feaster to the 20.
Ball, no touchdown return for Clemson.
Would have been a 75-yard return. This is Gallman in the flat. Stump 3. Jalen Roundtree has come in that secondary for Troy, number 22. Watson to throw. Deep pass. Too far for his intended receiver. And that's Mike Williams. And Watson took a shot and a flag is out right near the contact.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Number 7 defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Watson was 14 of 26 with an interception, 175 yards and a TD pass to Renfrow. Scott ganged up. 2nd and 9 for Watson and the Tigers. Feels some pressure. Gets away. Midfield.
Tackle the quarterback. They didn't get him on the ground.
On first down. That pass incomplete. That was the 35-yard TD right at the front area of the end zone as he kept the foot in bounds. And the pass from Watson, and this one is
like Kane responded the way he wanted him to.
2 for 9 on 3rd down for the Tigers, trying to convert. Watson uncorks right near the 25-yard line. It is incomplete.
Tension level rising in the orange jerseys. That things aren't easier for him today.
This is Rookert, wants a fair catch. Makes it successful.
A Troy fan, or was that a Clemson fan that he tweeted that in?
I think either way, they're looking for a little bit of a change one way or the other. 18 yards for Chun. Those turnovers by the Tigers. 3 interceptions. O'Daniel, Williams, and Joseph on the Clemson defense. 2nd and long. Sack.
Watkins is the senior member up there.
1 of 8 on 3rd down for Troy. They lost 8 on that previous play. The sack by Watkins to the goal line, but not in. Dropped the ball right before going to the goal line on purpose, and it was overturned. McLeod, 34. McLeod to the 50. Hit from
a nice little run there in January, knocking off some ranked teams here in basketball.
Watson on the throw, and that is incomplete at the 40.
At Memorial Stadium among the fans, and the inability to execute some of the simple stuff here with this Clemson offense.
Watson had missed on his last 5 pass attempts, so he gives this one to Gallman.
Drop that Watson's thrown. Watson's been a little bit off on a couple throws.
Watson was getting pressured, and this one is picked off. It is Rookert stepping in front of the receiver, and he's up the near sideline. Thrown by Deshaun Watson. Silvers is in there at quarterback for Troy. This is Chun with a couple of yards. This is Scotty Montgomery, the Duke offensive coordinator from last year as the head coach at East Carolina. And 10 for Troy. From the Tiger 38. Silvers, incomplete.
Delay a game on the offense. 5 yards, 4th down.
Defensively.
McLeod, the deep man. Just beyond his own 10-yard line to receive this punt. The low snap, and Kay able to send it on its way. And into the end zone. Back in 2011 here at Memorial Stadium.
For you got to do it yourself. It's those little things, the fundamentals is what Clemson has not been able to execute on today.
High expectations, stay consistent to your job, all the things they continue to preach every day here. They've struggled today with that.
Once again, Watson has no receiver to find, but he is...
Personal foul, horse collar, number 20 on the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
The way they're playing defense.
Watson 1st and 10.
For Troy, impressive.
2nd and 11. Watson has the time.
Coverage, and they're making it tough to get anybody open.
Just 46 total rushing yards in the game for the Tigers. They want to throw here. Going deep to a receiver. And it was Williams who had beat. Thank you. Troy's going to get the football back. Deshaun Watson is connected on only 2 of his last 10 passes. Rookard is going to watch that one angle out of bounds.
Well, this is an ongoing battle that
TDs today so far against Charleston Southern. 49-6. Florida State leads in the third.
Fingernails right now. Nothing really going their way.
Whistle stop the play.
False start. 54 on the offense. 5 yards. Third down.
3rd and 12. Anderson.
This is one that Troy is really going to have to cover.
McLeod at his 21. Again, flags come out. Stop the play. Looks like that play clock has elapsed.
On the offense. 5 yards. 4th down.
And that's the return.
If you are just joining us, it is 13-10 Clemson. It should be 20-10. Ray McLeod, who is going to get away from this one. Or is he? We'll watch it bounce down the sideline and continue to roll inside the 15.
Now
there's
a flag out. The ball's at the 11.
Illegal batting.
There he is. Okay.
On the kicking team. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Let's see if Clemson tries to get back to running the football. 7-man box for Troy. Let's see how they handle it.
Watson still has it. Unable to turn the corner and
carries. They've done an excellent job against the Clemson running attack.
2nd and 10. Watson. Miscommunication. Watson just 2 of his last 11 pass attempts. This is 3rd and 10 for the Tigers with a 4-receiver set. Watson. Incomplete at the 42-yard line to receive. Rookard backpedals to the 29 and up 2.
I tell you, he can't fumble a football in that situation.
Silver's pass is complete in the flat. Clemson closes on Douglas.
The chains here a little bit against the stingy Clemson defense.
Silvers works quickly, gets rid of it. Too far. Silvers off with a big rush. It was batted down.
Like he just twisted the ankle as he fell to the ground.
McLeod wants the fair catch, and he comes up and makes it. First half for Ray.
Continuous blocking while the player is going out of bounds. Now number 2 on the receiving team. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
Onto the field.
Watson will roll the pocket. That pass complete. Ray McLeod.
The play.
1st down for the Tigers. Watson. Creative. Cut down
Pretty quick.
So Donkande comes out. McGee, number 11, is in.
They've been really impressive defensively in staying at home and doing what they're supposed to do.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers, leading by 3. That pass complete. 1st down and more up the middle of the field. And Ray McLeod. Watson working quickly. McLeod again on the edge inside the 25.
McLeod really has stepped up here in the 2nd half for him.
Watson complete. Thompson inside the 10. Now Thompson slow to get up.
What a huge. Saw that the number of plays last year averaged 81.7, so well under that so far.
Watson takes off. Has a block and
have to bring him back.
This is Dye. Head down at the 10. They will snap it. Give it to Dye up the middle, and that 3rd down and 2 as we start the 4th. Watson wants it. Puts his head down as they had in the entire game. Toward the end zone, toward the goal line, and just short. Watson. Dye. Short again.
And Lawrence to lead the play.
3rd and goal for the Tigers. Watkins to the end zone. It's a touchdown. Bugle extra point.
Against the number 2 team in the country. Vaunted offense and a defensive struggle.
It will not be a return. Now he works on defense against Silvers and Troy.
9. Pitt still on top of Penn State, making it close. Tom, Dave.
What a game.
Yeah, thanks for that update. We'll keep an eye on that one and on this one. That is deflected. 3rd and 8 for Troy. Just 1 of 12 in this situation in the afternoon. Silvers sling.
Kind of like you got a sense he would like one opportunity here to flip the script, wouldn't you?
A little bit of room at the 24-yard line. Absorb some contact and then drag down.
Coupled with the run game.
The last drive was 13 plays and 66 yards. This is choice. Well, with the spot, it's going to be 2nd and short. Initially, they'd given blitz, and then at 12:30, Vandy and Georgia Tech, the ACC and the SEC. Georgia Tech's won 5 in a row in that series and 10 of the last 11. For this, Georgia Tech has not lost to Vanderbilt since 1941. And they will play again. First time since 09. Off the.
I've seen him come up with him today.
Watson just dumps it off. In Detroit territory, go 5 receivers. For Deshaun Watson. Toward the middle of the field, the outstretched hand of Hunter Way. 107 touchdown passes. Look at Gallman, the battering ram.
He's fresh when they get into conference play.
Watson. He put that shoulder down.
Won it handily, although it was close at halftime. Same situation today, and now they're separated by 10 points. Watson over the middle. That ball came out. There's a flag on the field also.
Ineligible man downfield. Number 74 in the offense. That penalty's declined. 2nd down.
School record at that position. With a delay now, and Gallman. That ball came out. He got twisted around the.
Fun guy to watch play.
The previous play is under review. After further review, the runner's knee was down at the 23-yard line. 3rd down.
3rd down for the Tigers. Call it 3rd and 4. Need to get to that 19. Watson wants the end zone. Touchdown Tigers, Deion Kane.
A better throw, and then a really good job of completing the play by Kane at the back end with a catch.
TV households.
Wow. That makes your hair look good.
Watson, the number 2 team in the country. They are now pulling away from Troy. This is Fry. I know. Silvers pass. That's complete. So now 2nd and 3 after the penalty. That's Anderson. Just the 1 touchdown today for Troy by Jabir Fry on a 4th down. It appears that they are on their way up 27-10 after beating Auburn a week ago. Completion to Douglas.
And to work new players in that are playing big moments and big roles on this team, and once they settle in, they'll be fine. We talk so much about their defense that they've made some nice plays on the perimeter with their outside guys.
There's a whistle prior to this play, Dave. At home against an unranked opponent.
The false start. 5 yards. 2nd down.
To get the big fella on the ground.
Silvers just heaves that one as the pressure was coming.
Really high level. There's got to be a lot of excitement as they get ready to go into their Sun Belt part of their conference or their conference play, that this is a team that maybe can contend.
Silvers wants to go deep. Flag comes out. In fact, there are 2 of them.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
Memorial Stadium. Silvers goes underneath. It's going to be Anderson.
Brown is looking to return them to their former glory.
Conference now, and you got those 2 teams that have stepped up out of the FCS level to join.
Troy went to a bowl game back in 2010. Big game for the Hokies. See if they can go 2-0 to start the season. Silvers down near the goal line, juggled, incomplete, but there are 2 flags.
Right on the money.
On the defense on the 25. Half the distance. Automatic. 1st down.
For the Trojans. flags.
Personal foul. Face pass. Number 30 on the defense.
That's one of the 3 interceptions today for the Clemson Tigers. Silvers throws it to the end zone. That ball bouncing around on the turf, incomplete. Silvers again to the end zone. That one knocked away from the 2.
Got to figure the big back touches it, doesn't he?
Anderson is the back to the left. They'll throw it in the end zone. It's a touchdown.
Tighter, prevented him from getting inside, but a good exit. Create one for themselves in special teams right here.
Bratcher.
Hands team on the field for Clemson.
Yep, Bratcher Underwood left it for Kay. Field story. And then he gave it to Gene Willerman, who was the executive secretary of IPTE, the athletic booster.
Your perfect pass protection, Arch. As a former running back, I can really appreciate it when a running back sticks his nose up there on a linebacker.
In Atlanta against Georgia Tech.
Tigers beat South Carolina State back in 2014, 73-7. They're the opponent. Next week it is Scott again, staying in bounds and continues to drive forward inside the 12 yards on that play. 1st and 10 Tigers. Dye will kick it off between Vandy and Georgia Tech. Watson scrambles to the right. Line on a heartbreaking field goal at the end of regulation to start the season. They're playing Middle Tennessee today. Georgia Tech leads Mercer in the second quarter, 21-7. This is Dye, met at the 18.
About a quarter and a half in, and they can play their other quarterbacks. Nobody's come in to play quarterback other than number 4.
Field goal from 34 yards away.
School standpoint, and all the commitments that he has to make as a face of the Clemson program, incredible.
Troy forced to fall on that short kick. What? Georgia Tech since 2003. So the Tigers have a little bit of history against them. When they
in the country right now, and that's Lamar Jackson in Louisville, so it doesn't get any easier.
Louisville hosts Florida State.
To have some say in that.
Since 09, the winner of that game between Florida State and Clemson has gone on to take the Atlantic Division. That's incomplete. Boy, keep in mind, it was just a 3-point game at halftime. 13-10 was the lead for the Tigers. That is complete to Douglas.
Catch radius is impressive.
Silver steps up. That pocket collapses. A low pass is caught at the 20-yard line by Thompson. There is a flag on the play, and Silver
as well.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Block below the knees. After this to the goal. Automatic first down.
Moves the ball down to the 9. Silver's pass down. Second and goal. Again, they use that play, angling the receiver. And the second TD throw for Silver's yards. Again, they use that misdirection. It is fielded inside for the clock, and they will start the season 2-0.